There's a lot of speculation after this indictment about what this all means, about what it's really going to lead to, who else might be implicated. What do we know as opposed to speculate about?
Well, David, it's important to be careful here. I think the first thing to say is that Bob Mueller must have some sense of where General Flynn can take the investigation. Otherwise, he would not have offered him a cooperation agreement. Having said that, though, it's a little unclear at the moment where it might be going, because a single count plea to a false statements charge by a cooperating witness is a little bit unusual. And generally speaking, you would expect a cooperating witness to plead guilty to the place where investigators and prosecutors want the investigation to go, which is to say a conspiracy to do something, not just simply, obstruct the investigation or make a false statement. But in this example, where is the conspiracy to engage in collusion or a conspiracy to violate the Logan Act? None of those things were alleged in the Michael Flynn plea, nor did prosecutors insist that he plead guilty to any other offense besides the single count false statements charge. So I guess the answer to your question is, without engaging in speculation, we really don't know where it's going.
So what sort of evidence will it take to be able to link Mr. Flynn and the fact that he wasn't a rogue agent in Trump's campaign with Russian officials?
Well, I think a couple things we can say. If we're talking about a conspiracy to violate the Logan Act, it's a little bit of a tricky thing because it's a very old statute. It goes back to the very beginnings of the Republic. In some sense, and Ty Cobb, the White House's lawyer, has already signaled this, it may well have been superseded by the Federal Presidential Transition Act, which is a statute that dates back to 1964. And that is to say, Michael Flynn, as the incoming NSA director, would have had authority to engage not in foreign policy, but certainly to have discussions with Russian government officials. There's nothing wrong with that. You would expect that to happen. The Logan Act prohibits someone, a U.S. citizen, without authority from engaging in certain activities, including attempting to influence foreign government officials or also more seriously, to defeat U.S. foreign policy.